So Barry, I remember seeing you doing a chat to the groups that were just about to start an IB18, and you said that Phil's brought in a brief, which is the consultancy question, and you need to have a think about where that brief has come from. Can you tell me why you made that point, and then a summary of the presentation that you made and the advice that you gave to the students about that?
Sure. So it's a bit of a passion of mine, which is about context, because all businesses are at the stage they're at a moment in time. And the most interesting part is how they've got there. And I think a lot of the students come here, and we're very fortunate to have you and people like Mike to be able to bring these projects to the school. However, the students need to think back the way. What's the journey of the project been for the client? Has it gone through some kind of review or portfolio steering review? Large corporations, it might be something more sophisticated, and smaller businesses, it might be a decision that's made by a couple of owners or whatever. But the journey that the project's gone on has gone through ups and downs. It'll have been funded, it'll be unfunded, it'll have been prioritised, deprioritised in some shape or form. And just by understanding the genesis of the project, students get a real feel for the business. So it's just not context for context's sake, it's context to be able to frame the rest of the project. So, and it also gets the students into a mindset of not knowing and digging deeper. So
being curious, as Mike says.
Yeah, being curious, exactly, that's a great expression. So I think context gives you, if you start off with not understanding the business, understanding the journey that the project has gone on is a really interesting way to get your
and
hands
I think
around.
Possibly during the project, understanding that empathy and the politics within the organisation is also going to be very helpful in sort of ferreting that out.
Yeah. And the other thing that's interesting is that when it's a large organisation, sometimes you think that they've deprioritised or it's had a low budget, the project, because it's landed at the business school. But in my experience, is sometimes the absolute opposite. So there could be a large corporation that have got a project they want to run quickly, effectively, and really they're not robust enough or mobile enough to be able to make that happen internally. So they give it to the business school because they want that agility. And then, of course, there are other cases where projects have been deprioritised and put on the back burner or into a hopper or just not made it to the investment point, and then it lands at the school. So it's not really the size of the project or the size of the organisation that allows us to do projects. It's generally the context can be very different. So again, by understanding that, it gives you a completely different picture to what's required. Yeah.
Great.